Nigeria, a country where the citizens self-govern themselves despite voting in leaders every election year. A country where nothing seems to be working, but leaders keep getting richer and stockpiling money for their unborn generation. In most working systems, if one reports a suspicious case or even a criminal, it is taken seriously and proper investigation are set out by the appropriate body. The If You See Something, Say Something national campaign. This happens in most countries. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, the reporter of such crimes becomes the one being investigated and threatened. A country where people with criminal records work freely and become leaders. It be like suffer, not the tire house. A country where the government negotiates with terrorists but pay deaf ears to striking workers. Just imagine, the Academic Staff Union of University was on strike for over 8 months because the government refused to pay them. A country that ordered the military to shoot at peaceful protesters and denied it, killing the leaders of tomorrow. A country where the youth are jobless, and before you can get employed, you must know someone in the system. A country where "tell him I sent you" is stronger than "I graduated with first class." A country that was declared the poverty capital of the world by World Bank, where it was stated that 4 in every 10 Nigerians live below the poverty line of less than 2% per day. Sapana is one. Remember that poverty here is not only about income poverty, but it's also the deprivation of economic and social rights, insecurity, tribal wars, lack of empowerment, joblessness, and exclusion of the youth in nation building. A country where the minimum wage is less than the cost of a bag of rice. Wow, how can an average family survive? Growing up in those days, Christmas was a time of massive celebration, both for the poor and the rich. But now, only the rich can afford to celebrate Christmas, because how can a family living on a minimum wage of 30,000 naira afford to celebrate Sapana Yomit? Now, we are heading into another election year. A year that the result of an election, that is, whoever becomes the president, will either bring glory to the country or continue to enrich himself. We cannot afford to get it wrong this time. We cannot afford to elect a visionless leader again. We must not elect someone who feels it is his turn to be Mr. President. We must vote for a competent and committed leader who will pilot the affairs of the nation with the people's interest as a top priority. This election is so interesting and at the same time, very important. The level of involvement by the Nigerian youth will tell you they are tired of the old politicians and their usual tactics. You can see the anger in them. In fact, INEC record shows that the number of young registered voters doubled the one of last year. The record has it that 71.4% of the registered voters are young people, that is between the ages of 18 to 34. I hope you are among this number though. Currently, the Obedient movement, which was founded by the supporters of Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, has grown in popularity. He has won the heart of many Nigerians, both home and abroad. He seems to be the only one with genuine vision for not just young Nigerians, but every Nigerian, both home and abroad. You can see the natural likeness for this man. I think the last time we had this kind of likeness for a presidential candidate was in 1993 when MKO Abiola was campaigning and finally won the election that was annulled by the then military government led by General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. It is reasonable to be tired and angry with the leaders we have for over 16 years now. It makes sense to be angry because these youths are hungry. And what did they say about a hungry man? Yes, a hungry man is an angry man. We must come out in good numbers to vote wisely. No more being used as political talks. Sensitization is very much needed. Appreciation to all well-meaning Nigerians. both the social media influencers, the artists, and the activists who use their platform to create this awareness in a bid to build a new and better Nigeria. We are African giants, and we must maintain that. We are great people all over the world. We are hardworking, we are industrious. We must get it right come 2023. We must elect a leader that understands how things are done properly in other developing countries. We must not allow nepotism and tribalism to destroy our dear country. We must fix Nigeria, and this is the best time. 2023 is the year, and we must not miss it. I am Michael Oduburu, and I am very passionate, and I believe in a working Nigeria. Thank you for watching.